Hey, good morning, all you lucky dogs. Sun's shining, it's nice. It's only 67 degrees, which is great. Oh, there's Scott. Hi, Sue. Good morning, Scott. Good to see you guys. We'll get myself over to my main screen and go from there. So, how's everybody doing this morning? Feels good. The dew point's only 66. The temperature's 67. Which is really, really nice. You get that dew point below 70 and you got it made. So Patty says overnight parking in Lady Lake at Lowell's. Cool, good shot. We actually talked to another nomad. We've done her book review. Mary, Sue, say her last name.
D'Orazio.
It's a hard name to say. D'Orazio. Patty is a lake in town. But yeah, she stopped over yesterday. We did a interview. We'll have that video up on Tuesday. She sent us her book some time ago. We did a review on her book, but then she's in town here and she stopped by and we did a live interview with her and talked a little bit about her travels on the road and living in her Airstream. And so it was a fun review. She's staying right down here in Port Orange right now, but she'll be moving around. She's heading down towards Miami here. So, but yeah, that was a cool interview. That'll be up on Tuesday, Tuesday morning. So, good to see. I like it. It's cooling down. I mean, I want to get outside more, and it's been still hot. I mean, it's been hot pretty much everywhere all over the country because up north I even seen where they were in the 90s, you know. But I think that's about to change. I think we're getting towards even up north. I seen there was snow out. Was it Montana?
Up at all those areas.
Yeah. So
Colorado.
I think maybe the fall season's going to maybe kick in here shortly. Let's hope so. On it. Still outside stuff I want to do. Scott says crappy weather up here. Clear tomorrow, but a low of 39 night for camping. That is too cold. That is cold. Here's Jeff. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Jeff. My lady. You mean Scott are ladies. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you, Scott. That's funny. He says, hey, Jeff. But yeah, I knew the weather was cooling down. Scott's laughing at Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Oh, but yeah, it's the weather's cooling down. We got a tire pressure monitoring system, and I put it on yesterday. I think I put it on. Now I've got to do adjustment to what it's reading. Seems like I just had the tires all checked when I had the oil change. Well, they're a little bit off from what they should be according to the tire pressure, but I haven't tested that tire pressure thing by using a gauge compared to what it says and what the actual but who knows which one's right? You know, you have a tire pressure gauge. Is it right? Is the people at the oil place right? Because they're low. They're about 5 pounds low from what they should be. So which one's right? You know, which one do you go by? I've done that with temperature stuff before. You know, you get like a thermometer to read stuff, and they're all different. Scott says, Bob, did you pick any more camping dates? Not yet. We need to probably. I guess the only reason because it hasn't cooled off yet. So waiting, but we should pick up some more camping dates. You know, I mean, I think a few of the parks you don't have to have reservations. You could just go, but I've got a few more campgrounds picked out. I went on to Google Maps and marked a bunch of campgrounds just locally. You know, stuff within 30, 40 miles of here. But I've got a few more picked out. There's not tons of state parks. There's 3 or 4. But you don't always have to go to state park. But the thing about a state park is they're a lot cheaper. Especially they give senior citizens a 50% discount. So it comes out what, 14, 15 bucks a night, which is pretty good. 12 to 14. Yeah,
Mirage does the most, and it was 14.
It was 14. Oh, Jeff says the TPM doesn't have a calibration. It doesn't really have a calibration on itself. It's supposed to be set. I know you turn the unit on, and they have picked a little thing and you put it on your tire, and it'll catch a tire. Now I did notice I took them off a couple back on, and it was getting a couple different readings, but then I left it on overnight or a couple nights, and they've all stabilized out. You know, like the readings didn't change. One of them said like 13 pounds at first. I go, well, that's not right, you know. But then I redid it, and it's like, yeah, it was about right. What I do is a road trip. We keep it 80 pounds in the rear and 50 pounds, anywhere from 50 to 60 pounds in the front. I'm trying a little softer in the front once there to see if I can get the steering a little more better on it. So, but the back says 75 and the front says 46. I told them at the shop to set them 50 and 80. So I don't know if they didn't set them right. You know, I'll check them with my gauge and see what they look like and try to get them close to the 50 and the 80 on it. And you know, even if the TPM is off a little bit and you know what it's off, you can adjust. You know, it's like if it says 78 pounds and you go, no, that's 80, you just put in your mind 78 means 80 pounds, but you shouldn't have to, but you could. Hey, there's Ratfink. Morning, dogs. Good morning, Ron. Good to see Ratfink on. Hey, Ron. Is it cooler up there this morning? It feels good here.
Is it here?
It's right now it's 68 degrees, you know, dew point 66, so it feels really good. This morning about 5:30, the skydivers were setting off fireworks. They must have set a bunch. I didn't bother going out and looking at them, but then when it was up in the sky, pop, 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 pop. That's that group from Qatar. They over here and they do practicing, but they do all these fireworks, and it looks really cool. They mainly do it in the mornings, and I think that's because the winds are calmer in the mornings than it would be in the afternoon.
They did it in light the other morning.
Yeah, yeah, they have.
This was still dark, so it's cool in darkness.
So anyways, I didn't go out to see what they were doing, but I was just lazy. Oh, Scott says, review of my new rig comes out tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait. I love reviews. They are so cool. Actually, we've been waiting. Usually towards the fall, they have a RV shows over here at the Daytona Speedway. Set up tons of them, and I'm waiting. I want to do some filming of those. Oh, Jeff says, I like your dark mode, Bob. Yeah, that's changed with, I don't know if you might be able to change it, but I kind of like it myself. With the new, I went to a different format that YouTube does to do your live streaming, and it comes out with your chat boxes in a dark mode, which I kind of like it. I think it might show up a little bit better on the screen than the white mode. So it'd be cool. Yeah, Rat says, hey, Jeff, Scott, Sue, and biggest dog of them all, Bob. The big dog. I want to play with the big dog.
Big dog.
Yeah, Jeff says, oh, cool. Can't wait, Scott. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to a complete review. You know, it'll be interesting. I've been doing some road trek video. I think they'll start coming out. I think I got one coming out on this Friday. I got several because of the projects I've been doing. So I'm going to have several road trek videos in a row here coming out on Fridays. So I've done all kinds of different. Did some upgrades, added some USB ports, and modified and redid the LED lights. Did some maintenance stuff. Added a scooter rack. Actually, I was just looking on, we have electric scooters, but I'd kind of like to get an electric bike. It would be kind of fun. I think, you know, you go a little faster, a little further, but I've been looking at them. Some of them are very expensive, and I'd have to find an inexpensive one. Here's something buzzing. You have something buzzing? Yeah, you have to wait on that. So anyways, I would like to find an inexpensive electric scooter, one with a replaceable battery. I found one it was a good price, but it's like you can't replace the battery. Once the battery's gone, you're kind of out of luck, you know. So that's what I was playing around looking at. I don't know what do anything with them. Jeff says, I installed an extension yesterday and turned all my web pages dark. I love it. Yeah, I know there is some different extensions and stuff that you can change the look where your web pages is dark and that. And it's actually, I think it is easier on your eyes because the light screen I think it makes your eyes work. My eyes get sore after I sit around and look too long on a web page. And if I'm working on something, I know my editing software is all dark, and actually this OBS platform that I use to live stream is dark, and I think that's really helpful when you do it. I think it's easier on your eyes on it. We did yesterday, gosh, I was editing all afternoon. We did an interview in the morning, and I wanted to edit, and I only used 2 cameras, but I was doing some different shots where I could zoom in, I used 2 wireless mics on the interview, and so I have to sync. You got to sync both of those together. If you don't get them synced just right, it sounds like you're in an echo chamber, and it takes a while to get everything all synced up. And it'd been easier if my camera on a longer shots would make everything one file, but it shoots it so long and then it stops and starts another file, and they're side by side, and you got to get all of them synced up. So, but it came out good. I mean, from what I've seen, it'll be out next Tuesday. It's kind of fun to play with that, with all the gadgets, you know. I'm really liking these wireless mics, you know, especially this Rode mic that I use here. That thing, it just sounds so good on it. It's not an inexpensive one, but it works, you know, works good. That's the way it is a lot of things. You buy something cheap and it's cheap. And sometimes you buy something cheap and it's good, you know, but sometimes you just buy something like, well, that was really cheap, you know. But I've had pretty good luck with cheap stuff, you know. Most of them work good. They might not have features that some of the more expensive stuff does. But, you know, the markets are competitive, and if they don't make even the cheap products somewhat good, they're not going to be selling any of them very long, because the word gets out, you know. I'll go by when I see a review like so many stars and stuff. You know, if it has 4 stars, that's good, because what I've found, people will say something's wrong with it because they don't know what they're doing, and then they'll degrade it. And so you got to kind of look over top of that. Yeah, where is Tammy? Tammy's not on this morning.
Missing in action.
Yeah, missing in action. Where did Tammy go? So yeah.
She wasn't on Monday either, I don't think.
What's she
She
on
was on
Monday?
last Thursday, I think.
I think the time change throws them off. Different time zones. Time zones, because I've noticed a lot of them will come in right at the end. Oh, Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. That's a fun place to go. Always find something good at Harbor Freight.
We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, Harbor Freight's a great, yeah, that's a great place to find stuff, you know. And their tools are pretty decent, you know. They're not the highest in the world, but they're pretty decent. And we've got our security camera, came from Harbor Freight. And we love that thing. In fact, we said that time, actually, it got hit by lightning, and it took the hard drive out. I was going to put a new hard drive in, but time you spend that much money on that, you may as well just get another system, and that way give me more cameras too. But yeah, we wasn't a day without our security camera and go,
No.
Man, we got to replace that. That's just
We use it a lot.
I mean, that
We
thing.
watch it a lot.
And we've made videos on it. We've got our bears off of it. We've got our cat that murdered a squirrel. Yeah. So, but yeah, we use that all the time on it. So, and that came from Harbor Freight. Actually, the videos I made on that is the highest watched videos of any videos I've made is on that one. And that was because there was nobody else had a video back then on it. I was kind of the first one. Yeah, Jeff said, yeah, I love my Cobra too, Bob. So yeah, it works really good. I recommend. And when I first got it, some of the, like the app on your phone and that didn't work as well, but it does now. They've redone their apps and stuff, and it really works pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, wouldn't believe the questions I get asked to me about that video. Some people almost act like I'm the tech support, you know, and they ask me and they'll kind of get on me, well, this and this, and it's like, well, I just did a video. I didn't produce the product, and I got, actually, when I made that, I wouldn't even monetize. I got nothing from that video at all, you know, so it's like, okay. And some of them I just ignore because it's like, I didn't do it, you know. I mean, I got like over 100,000 views on those couple videos, you know. Yeah, Jeff said, murder squirrel. Yeah, that cat. Chase that squirrel down. Didn't even chase it for a second.
Well, they ran at each other.
They ran at each other and did a little, did a little roll, and was like, "Uh-oh, poor squirrel." That kind of felt bad for the squirrel because, I know squirrels are a rodent, but I watch them out here in the point. I think they're cute, But everybody will say, there's a rat with a fuzzy tail, Well, and they're everywhere, but I don't know. I like my animals, They can't.
It's survival of the fittest.
It is. It's nature, You can't deny nature,
The cat still comes and stares in the window to get fed.
Yeah, because who couldn't feed them?
Because of the,
One because of the bears, for
bears,
one.
yeah.
You put food out there, you're just going to attract more bears and animals.
Yeah.
And so this one little black cat that we had, we called him just Blackie. He doesn't come around so much now. The food went away. He was a good time boy, He seemed like the tamest. You could get really close to him, but the one day you held your hand out with every piece of food, and he swiped you, he cut you open, and so like enough of that.
Yeah.
Sue was under impression maybe they would tame up, but they're not. They're wild. Yeah, they're not. And I kept saying
he was just protecting himself.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I said, hey, if you want a cat, just go get a cat. Go get a cat. Try to take a feral cat and tame it down. Their whole life they've been wild, and they have that in them, and they're not going to change. I don't know if that's genetics too or not. If cats keep breeding, and the mother was a feral cat, and then the babies are feral cats, does that come out in genetics? Where they just
I don't know. I honestly don't believe it's genetics. It's just
I don't know.
It's just how they're raised.
If we
could get the babies.
I think it does. I kind of think it does come out in genetics because different animals act different ways because all dogs were the same. Still laughing. Murdered squirrel. That's funny. But yeah, because different species of animals, dogs kind of came and was bred into different characteristics. Like Abby is Sheltie. She's a barker. All Shelties are barkers. Somewhere along the line, that characteristic was, they came from wolves, but that was kind of inbred into their way of being, and so it's like Goldens are just the biggest babies, lover dogs. I love Goldens. I think they're one of the best breeds there is, but somehow they become that's the way their characteristics was, So anyways, that it was interesting when we was interviewing with Mary, and the tire pressure gauge came up. She said she got one, and she's had one for a while, I guess. And I said, well, that's funny. I just put one on ours. It's a cheap one, We'll see how it works out. But she was talking about. I asked her what was, you're gonna have breakdowns when you're out on the road, especially all the time. Something's gonna break. It's just bound to happen. Something's gonna break. Well, where she said was right up here by Savannah, just about a year ago. Said had a tire bearing. Her temperature on her tire pressure gauge went way high, and so she stopped right away. And Will was smoking. She had a bearing go bad on it. I guess it messed up the spool or something. And she had a roadside service that'll pull her in. She got, I guess, a campground, and they had to fix it on it. But that's stuff like that you don't think about. We had that tire blow out that one time on the road track. Man, it did a lot of damage. It took out gas lines and the gas filler lines, and I had to fix the fender well, and so it did a lot. I don't know if that would have warned me ahead of time enough that I would maybe stop before or not. It's already gone. So where's everybody at today? There ain't very many on this morning. Everybody's still asleep. But is it cooler weather everywhere? I'm sleeping in. It's like, I think I'll just catch an extra hour of nap here today. It's but yeah. Some days I was like, where'd everybody go? Did everybody get the notice? Doesn't change a lot. So yeah, it seems like slim people are busy this morning. I hear fireworks right now. It's too bad I didn't have a mobile cam. I could show you guys that, but I hear the skydivers. I don't know if you can hear. I'll be quiet, man. I don't know if you can. Any guys hear that pop, 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 pop? That's fireworks off the feet of skydivers. You know, that was pretty cool. But they do that quite a bit, and then at nighttime they have little lights on their feet, and you can see them coming down. But that's pretty interesting. So yeah, there's quite a few of them coming on this one. Sue says, can you hear the popping sounds? It's skydivers again. So yeah, I don't know if that's coming through or not. Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of firecrackers. Okay, Scott says, okay, I gotta get ready for work. See ya all on Monday. Okay, Scott, have a good day at work. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you back again on Monday. Jeff says, my Colorado flashes on the dash service TPM. Yeah, we have a Mazda 3, and it has, you know, from factory, it has a tire pressure monitor. And I had one tire, it kept going down. I keep those like 36 pounds, and I'd get this beeping, and finally it's like, I even took a dealer and they checked, oh, I don't find no leaks or nothing, but it kept going low, especially this one tire. So what I did is I finally got some of that tire stuff that you put in there, a sealant, and it quit. It got better. Oh, there's Sophie. Hey, hi. Hope everyone is well. Sophie from Australia. It's 7:21 p.m. So how's Sophie doing? I know you had some surgeries again. Are you home and things doing well? It's Seuss has issues with that too, but it's sounds like you've got some pretty major ones going on. So I hope you're home and I hope you're feeling good there, Sophie. Jeff says, hey, Sophie. Hey, Jeff. So yeah, it's good to see you. I like it when all the way around the world, you know, on the other side. If we look straight down, maybe we could see Sophie. Rat says, I had jets flying real low buzzing my house yesterday. There at NASDAQ's base across from St. John's River for me. And that's cool. I like to watch jets and planes flying over. It's really cool. Rat says, bye, Scott. Sophie says hi to everybody. Yeah, Sue says, how you doing, Sophie? And she said very sore at home, but a lot of pain. Yeah, pain's no good. You know, it's like, so I hope that gets better quick for you, Sophie. Oh, it's like, that's what we were talking a lot about yesterday when Mary was over. She has, what was it, like fibromyalgia, and she also said she suffered from, seasonal affective disorder, and you know, the fibromyalgia is like, I get times where I just wore out. I have no chronic fatigue, I guess, you know. It's like for no reason, just no energy, and I want to do stuff, but it just don't have no energy. And I get shoulder, I think that's arthritis. But we were talking about that. But the seasonal affective syndrome, I used to deal with that a lot when I lived up in Ohio. I don't have any problem with it down here. But it does different things, but one of the main things is it makes you depressed. And what that comes from, oh, your wife has fibro? So yeah, and I've never, you know, I don't go to doctor, so it's not diagnosed. It could be, that's what I have, but you know, I don't have it diagnosed. It doesn't matter whether it's diagnosed or not, I still have whatever I have. You know? But yeah, that seasonal affective syndrome, when we lived up in Ohio, Ohio is a very, very, very cloudy, you know, it's this time of year. Usually, especially when we get closer to November, you know. Oh yeah, that's it. My wife hurts all the time and can't even touch her son. There's times that it's like, yeah, I don't even want to be touched because it hurts, you know. It's crazy. But that seasonal affective syndrome comes a lot from lack of sunlight. You know, when I said up north, it's so cloudy up there, and I always dreaded it this time of year. I was really feeling depressed because I knew it was coming on because the cloudiness up there, of course the coldness up there, I hate the cold. But there's a light box that you can get, and I actually think I have it in the closet. Yeah, I still have it. Puts out so many lux of lights. And what you do is, like, you know, if you're just sending a computer or something, you turn that box and you turn that on and it makes serotonin. Your light makes serotonin. Your brain produces serotonin, which is mood altering, and it would help. It'd make a big difference. I don't need it down here because we have sunshine, but in Ohio, that was something. I struggled with that quite a bit, just because it was cloudy up there. And this time of year was. That's just what happened. So, but anyway, that Mary, that was one of the things that she had. Talked about that a little bit, and we also talked a little about scooters. She has an electric scooter that, I mean, Sue needs one because it's hard for her to get around her ankle. She's got bad knee, bad ankle, and so the scooter helps a lot. And we were talking about when you're out in public, riding around, one of the things people do is walk right in front of you. It's like, it's a wonder you don't hit them in their back of their feet and stuff, ankles and stuff, because like, why you do that, Walk right in front of me,
The other one is the curbs and accessibility to get up on.
Where you can't get them through certain areas that they're...
The speed bumps and stuff in the roads.
Right, they don't have an area to get through, you can't get through.
If there's no sidewalk.
And they're good. I mean, they keep you mobility. Yeah, so he said, yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I mean, I've had other ones.
Do you use one, Sophie, do you have a scooter or an electric wheelchair or something to help get around? Hopefully?
Yeah, I mean, they're very helpful. It's like, I use one I'm actually going to use one for doing some filming because there's trails. I can only walk so much, and it's like, I miss half of it. And so, use a scooter, I can get on and off it and go do things, but I maybe go down a trail and video a little bit more, There you go, put a cow catcher on it, like locomotives,
Well, you have a thing for his camera.
Yeah, I got a scooter, I got a bracket there where I can hook a camera up to the scooter cam, But, I just figured we're going to take them camping, and that way some of these trails you go on, I know several of them, I didn't go that far on them because I walk so far, I'm done. It's like, I can't go any further,
I can take walks and stuff, but as long as there's a bench to sit on every
10 feet.
every quarter mile or something.
Oh, less than that. So he said, yeah, I hate it when they just walk in front of you. Wherever I am now, I got a knee scooter. So yeah, I've seen those knee scooters too.
Sharon has one, my sister.
Yeah. So it's but yeah, and it's and I don't know, most people probably realize it, that to get those people away, be courtesy of people that need that type of thing, Yeah, Sue says Bob has set up a scooter cam, so haha, yeah, I have to try that out. Oh, Jeff says, get a golf cart from Ron, and Ron's laughing. Well, a golf cart would be great, but there's a lot of places you can't take golf carts, and you got to haul it, that's what I'm thinking. You got to haul it around. You're going to need a trailer or something to haul the golf cart. I love golf carts. When I had one camper at a campground up in Ohio, and it was, I had a golf cart there. It was a Harley Davidson, a gas one. That thing was cool. The motor would run backwards. You'd flip the switch, it would start it up and run backwards, or flip the switch and it'd run forward. And it was pretty cool. All you do is just put your foot on the gas, it'd start up and away you'd go. That was pretty neat. Yeah, Susan, my sister has a knee scooter. She had foot surgery. Oh, that's right. I forgot she had that foot surgery. Bunions and
then she had a blood clot.
Sue's sister just got to Florida yesterday. She'll be going back herself, but her husband there came down, had a little trailer. They brought down beds and some chairs and stuff, came from right around Washington, D.C. in that area. Yeah, he's going to stay. She's flying back in about a week or so. Then she will have movers are going to bring her stuff down and finish up the closing on her house.
But I tried to talk her into coming on the chat this morning, but she was busy.
Yeah. Oh, Patty says, me and my walking stick yesterday at Fort Cooper had no one else was there. Just me and the birds and butterflies, and that's kind of nice. Sometimes I'll do that when I'm doing one of these videos out in kind of the wildlife area, and there's just nobody out there, yourself, and you hear and see the animals, and that's really nice. It's kind of get away. That said, yeah, those HD carts, rear cow lifted up backwards, 2-stroke. Yeah, the whole back end. And I have a story about that stupid golf cart. I was working on the darn thing, and you know how I'm sure Rat's familiar with the whole seat and the whole back end, very big heavy fiberglass piece will pick up. And mine, I think they originally had some sort of bracket that held them up. I used a piece of a stick because I had nothing else to hold it up. Well, I'm working on this crazy thing, and luckily I'm right over top of the back tire, and the darn stick fell out, and that thing came down and had my head and neck on the inside, but I couldn't get out. Luckily I was where I think I might have chopped your neck off, but my head was over top of the tire in the fender well, and it didn't hurt me, but I couldn't get out. I couldn't lift that stupid thing up to get myself out, and I'm hollering and that, trying to get somebody help me get this darn thing out. Probably my ex-wife came down and she picked it up for me. But if there was nobody was there, I could have still been there. I might have died. I had the same thing happen. A garage door fell off the rollers and came down, hit me in the back of the head. And I know I was knocked out because the time had passed. When I finally woke up, it was quite a wild difference, And I know I was knocked out cold. I don't hardly remember it, but I know I woke up, time had passed, Yeah, I always prop them. Yeah, you got to use a good prop on those babies because, well, you don't want one coming down. They're heavy. I said, ouch. But that story, I'd never forget it, It's like, oh my gosh, and it just perfectly, my neck, I must have been leaning over top of the tire because it just came down, and there was, a little space over top of the tire where like the fender well was. There was a little space there, enough that I couldn't get my head out, but yet I didn't chop my neck off. I could have been the headless horseman if that would have worked out the way it did. So crazy stuff out. It's a wonder I'm still alive. I've had all kinds of different things that I've done. It's like, I guess God was right beside me because He protected me. Crazy stuff that goes on. Here's Ron. They were asking about you. Everybody says, wait, where's Ron? How's Ron doing? It's like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Ron for a while. So good morning, Ron, my brother. He's on. How's everything up your way? Is it cooling down up there? We're cooler now. It's 74. It was 67, but it's going to go 90 today. We got a little cooler to go. But we've been dry though. We haven't had any rain. Not enough to speak of. We've had a couple little showers that barely wet the driveway, and but nothing of any amount. I mean, it's been pretty dry. The grass is burnt up. Jeff said, yeah, you tend not to forget those stories. I know. Yeah, Jeff, you just like when you they stick with you. That says Bob's Bro. Yeah, Bob's Bro's on. So how's Ron? How's Sandy doing? You've been out flying model airplanes? I haven't flown a model airplane for quite a while. Drone, and I haven't even flown it for a little bit. I need to get out somewhere. Patty says 68 here now, so yeah, it's nice. Yeah, Ron says hot up here today, 100. Wow, that's warm. My weather gauge has been saying like 100 up to 105, but that's in the sun, But I've said this before. If you're standing out in the sun, that's what it is. It says, hey, Ron. Yeah, I was hoping we'd get our little fall cold. I don't want it to get cold. I just want to get cooler, I mean, Biketoberfest is coming up here in a week or two, probably about 2 weeks. And I've seen Biketoberfest be cold. I mean, I've seen it really cold, and I've seen it really hot, So, yeah, that's all coming up really fast. All the fall stuff. I think DeLand had a craft show last weekend downtown. But it was pretty hot out to go stomping around a craft show. Last time I went to that one, I was videoing, taping some stuff, and a guy comes hollering at me. He's like, hey, did you take pictures of my stuff? It's like, yeah. And he goes, well, I want you to delete it. And I go, well, don't worry about it, And it's like, he didn't want to say, I finally go, what, you don't want to sell your stuff? I go, don't worry about it. It's not going up nowhere. on it. It's like, he was rude, wasn't he? He was very rude, you know. It's like, whoa, buddy. So I thought, you know, heck with your shows. Jeff said our temperatures are dipping after today, so ours is still supposed to be 90 tomorrow, and like Monday supposed to be like 88. We're seeing a few more 80s, but we're still getting into 90s.
I believe Monday's a holiday, Columbus Day.
Oh, is it? Well, it's not a holiday, only for the people who get it off.
No mail.
No mail, so if you're getting something, you're not getting it. Ron says, been flying, going here soon. I get batteries charged. This weekend is our fly-in. Okay. I haven't been out because it's been wet. It's probably been better here recently because the it's been drier. We haven't probably been flooding out, but haven't been going out, you know. Rat says, I need to get another drone. They are so expensive and you can't clinch out on something like that. Yeah, they are, and like I said, I like my Mavic Air. I'm just really like it a lot, you know. I haven't had any trouble. I'm very conservative when I fly. You know, I could probably get some better shots, but it's too expensive to make a mistake and lose it somewhere, you know. And I mean, they're really pretty accurate as far as return to home and stuff, you know. They're pretty good in that way, especially this Mavic Air. This thing's solid, but I still just don't get it too far away, because then it's like, well, then I would lose it, you know. And it's like, I really can't afford to buy another one, and I kind of like at least the shots I get, you know. Yeah, some new brands are quite a bit cheaper, but how good are they, Air? I just don't. There might be a few good ones. There's a YouTube channel called Drone Valley. He's pretty good at interviewing some different drones and giving you the facts on them. I watch him quite a bit. Yeah, Ron said our temperature is to drop on Saturday, so that's good. I mean, it's that time of year. I mean, even up north they've hit 90s, you know. And those people are complaining. I go, don't complain. You know what's coming? It's going to get cold, and that white stuff's going to fall out of the sky. And all of a sudden, was it Montana or where out west, Colorado? It's like they've been getting up like over 2 feet of snow, 50 some inches of snow. But the heat, you don't have to shovel the heat, you know. And just, if you're hot, get wet. Go out and take the garden hose and wet yourself down. It'll help, you know. Like, the heat don't bother me. It'll be interesting to know how Sue's sister does with the heat. I mean, she's coming in at a good time. We're getting ready to start going down, but it's still warm yet.
You told her so no, she's a Floridian when it's 70 out and she says it's cold.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's 70. Oh man, I got to put a coat on. I'm chilly. I do that. But when I moved to Florida, I moved here the 1st of July, and it was hot, you know. I didn't mind it. I don't remember it being an issue. It's like, oh man, is it hot? Well, what mistake this was, but I loved it, you know. Just, yeah, I'm like you, Bob. I lose line of sight and start having seizures. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you lose your line of sight of the drone. You kind of like, where's it at? And you got a picture of it, and you hit the button, it's going to come back. But maybe that one time it didn't. Or flying over top of water, it's like, you know, one little stint in water, it's done. You know, it's like they're not waterproof, you know. So, because if I had extra funds, I just get another one, but it doesn't work that way. You know, it's like, well, probably won't be no drone footage for a long time. You know, got to save up for that one. I'd like to get a faster computer. This computer's fast, but it's not fast enough, you know. It's I'd like to get a good gaming computer, one that really flies, because sometimes it's chored on videos. Oh, Sandy said Sandy's doing good. Said my brother Ron. He said my flying friend passed away last week. Oh, I'm sorry about hearing about that. You know, that's what happens, especially when you get older. And Sue said, so sorry, Ron. I've had a lot of friends kind of disappear because they got old and died, or not really that old, you know. And people's like, well, they're my age and they're starting to die off. It's like, But I guess that's what happens when you get older. Pretty soon, if you live long enough, nobody your age is still alive. And they say that my friends that went to heaven, they think, well, God forgot me. I didn't make it. Thought I did all right. So it's crazy. Seems like a quiet morning.
Yep.
Very quiet, you know.
Yep. Oh, we got 7 on right now.
And I go quiet because nobody's talking. You know, just as tough to lose good friends, Ron. Yeah, it is. You know, yeah, it's like now had a few friends I've lost, and of course all aunts and uncles are all gone. I got one aunt left, Aunt Virginia. That's it. You know.
I bet.
That says sucks. Yep, it does. You know. Yeah, I was surprised my Aunt Virginia's, and she's 90, around 90 or 90 some, you know.
That's up there.
Yeah, let's get up there. I don't know if I want to live that long or not, you know. It hurts a lot. At 66, it hurts a lot. It's like, I don't know, what's that going to feel like in 90? That's craziness. So I want to go out and do my tire pressure gauges and try to get them equalized. That's on my agenda. That says I'm working and typing multitask. I know I do that a lot, you know. It's like doing this and doing this. I'll do 6 things at once, and I'm not patient at anything I do. It's like don't. Keep it going. It said, yeah, I've got like 8 windows going at once. Well, and see, I'll do that. I'll start to edit things. I'll get all these windows open up, then the computer gets slow, and it's like, man, my computer is faster. It says, Ron, you go, girl. Ron says he retired last April at 65, started his Social Security. 5 months is all he got of his Social Security, has no money. Yeah, I know. It's like, I've seen that a lot of times where someone, they not retired very long, you know, and they die, and what happened to all that money, you know? And then there's ones like me. I get about as minimal as you can get in Social Security, you know. And most people would laugh at, how would you live on that? I don't know. I don't really know how I live on that. So
I got none of mine. Dave got none.
Well, you didn't get it because you worked in the county, so they didn't give it to you, or state, and you didn't get any. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I'm not getting much.
Yeah,
there should be plenty of money.
No, they should have plenty of money.
That's sweet, Ron. How's the job and business doing, Rat? It's going. So it's moving along. Plut, plut, plut. I think, and you don't get an increase in Social Security very often. I think the last one they decided, they turned it down. We didn't need the money, you know.
Yeah, about every 3 years or so.
Every 3, 4 years, you get a tiny little $2-3, you know. I think I got $20 one time. Did I get that much? Maybe. You know, but it still wasn't much, you know. Most people waste more money than I make.
Yep.
That says, coming in January, there's going to be a paperwork to sign, and if I don't agree, like they say, imagine adios. Adios. There's Eugene and Sophie. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Bob and Sue. We just got up. 45 degrees here. Feels like 39. Oh, brr. That's cold. Cold. Well, you guys put on a heavy coat. And
They got those sweaters. And
yeah, they got the sweaters and sweatpants. And, you know, the other day I just sent a thing. It's like, even in Florida, it gets chilly. I hate being cold.
Dew point drops, right?
Yeah, the dew points dropped down. See, like now the dew point right now says 73. This morning it was 68.
Pleasant.
It's too hot now. Anything over 70, it's hot. This morning it was, and I could feel it. I could feel it's changing. The people think about humidity, and it's not humidity. It's dew points. If your dew points anything above 70, it's hot. It's sticky. Anything you get down around 50, it's pretty. Some of those dew points go way down there up north, you know. This is hi, Eugene and Sylvia. Brr. Ron says, yeah, but they are all taking $4,000. Oh, I know the commies take that $4,000 raise, you know, because they need the money, and but they give the people who really need the money nothing. It says, for whom, Ron? Not the people. No, that's for the the senators and the politicians. You know, they're the problem in the country. So he says, hi. Says, Ron, don't you think they deserve it? Oh yeah, they work so hard. Yeah.
At least a $4,000 reduction.
yeah, they could reduce them all.
Anything, so every time they don't do something, they should reduce it by 1,000.
Yeah, they take their little breaks, you know, and nothing's happening. But the thing is, you know, when they take those breaks, if you ever notice, things are going kind of good. As soon as the Congress Senate comes off their breaks, then problems come out again, this and that and this and that. It's like, why don't you guys just take a permanent break, you know? Things run better. You just go up there and sit in your little offices and take your break. You know, things will do a lot better. I see a squirrel out here on the ladder. I like to watch the squirrels. All right, ever seen rabbits here? What's that?
You like to watch the squirrels get eaten?
Get eaten? No, I don't want to see them get eaten. That cat lost all my respects when he ate that squirrel. It's like, hey, cat. You know, it's like, yeah, I know it's wildlife, but still, I don't want to see animals get hurt. Sue said, what's new in upstate New York, Eugene and Sylvia? How's, well, actually, that's where Mary that we did the interview with yesterday, she went up there and was staying up in that area.
Up in, on the bank near Lake Ontario, she said.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ron. Yeah, where's that cat? Well, the cat's the one that got the squirrel is hanging out here, and
he thinks he lives here on the outside.
Yeah, he thinks he lives there, you know.
Under the van. He sits and stares in the
window. He stares in the window, and he wants food. Once in a while, that black one will come around, but not as often, you know. So we got all kinds of critters. I seen an armadillo the other morning on the security camera, and cats chasing squirrels and bears, and we've had raccoon, and you name it, it's out here. We had a hawk right outside the window the other day. I was looking here and I thought, man, this hawk was digging something out of the ground. Hey, there's Seven. Good morning, Seven. Don's on board. Good to see Don this morning. How's everything up your way? Are you getting cooler up there, or are you still staying warm? I hope you stay warm because it's going to get cold, unless you want it cold. So how's Don doing this morning? Good to see you.
She had the kids off to school.
Kids off to school, and who says, hi, Don, good morning. Get the kiddies out to school, and hey, Don. Kids keep you busy. I've never had any, but everybody says they keep you busy, and I imagine they do.
Forget about personal time.
Personal time. Yeah, so it says, hi, Sue and Bob and Jeff. I think Patty's still on here. Ron's on here. Rafink's on here. Who am I missing? Jeff. And Sophie's on here from Australia.
Yeah, Sophie's on.
Yeah.
Eugene and Sylvie.
Eugene and Sylvie's here. They say not much, same old thing, but we are planning a trip on the old Route 11 from New York to Louisiana. That sounds like a fun trip. Take the back roads, you know, that's...
I bet that sounds like it.
Yeah, take the back roads. Don says today is the first day that it's not hot. It's 53, number 2. So, yeah, that's 53 is kind of chilly. Yeah, it's... oh, for the foliage, yeah, that's right. The leaves will be turning. Rat says, hey, Seven. Yeah, this is about the time they're probably really starting to turn now up north there. And then the next thing is all the trees are bare. There's no leaves on them, just barren trees, you know. He says, oh, nice. Are you going to go on the Natchez Trail? Sounds like, what's the Natchez Trail?
It's in Louisiana.
Louisiana, but what is it?
It's
just a road, or
road,
okay, all right. Just like we was talking about the loneliest road. That's what.
She says the loneliest road in America.
And that was in Colorado. They were talking about.
Coming from across from California.
Yeah.
The middle
Someone
part
else.
of the country.
One of the YouTubers was talking about that, and they were going down that same road, and they call it the loneliest road. You know. So it says, "Hey, Rat." And maybe next couple weeks I can get a chance to stop down and meet up with Rat. Did we say a date on one
No,
day?
I don't think so.
You know what? Well, it's only going to be, it's got to be that week because I think he said he goes down on, I think he said Tuesday through probably Sunday. So it'd have to be one of those days. Yeah, Rat says all the trees are brown and the skies are gray. Mamas and papas.
Oh, yeah.
On a sunny day. All the trees are brown, yeah. Mama Cass, California Dreamin'. Are they alive?
Yeah. Some of them.
Some of them are still alive. Mama
I
Cass.
think Michelle Phillips is.
Yeah.
Mama Cass is gone.
Mama Cass is
I
gone.
think one of the Phillips' dad is gone. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the other two.
Sue says, looking forward to hear about it, Eugene and Sylvia. Are you on Facebook? That says, I'm a smelly, dirty rat. So when I go down to Cackleberries, I just go, wait a minute, there's Rat. I smell him. Like, hey, Rat, what are you doing? I smell you from over there, you know? Great song, Rat. It was a good song. So did you ever ask Google, hey, Google, I farted?
You can blame me if you want. I don't mind.
She don't mind. We started asking her. She goes to all these, ask your Google or your, what's the other one, Dot, Amazon Dot, ask them that, and she gets funny comments. It's really cool. Oh yeah, Mama Cass choked to death on a sandwich. So yeah, she had a big sandwich, and it's like,
Supposedly she was in bed, lying down eating.
you don't want to eat laying down.
I always told my kids if they eat, they have to sit up. I remember that. You can ask them; they'll tell you that.
So Rat says, I'm getting there Wednesday the 16th, leaving on Sunday the 20th. So maybe the 16th sounds like a good day. 16th or the Friday, either the Wednesday or Friday. Because then we got the chats on Thursday. So maybe Wednesday or Friday sounds like a good day, Rat, that we'll run down there. And I'll have to figure out how to find you. Rat, where are you? I'll ask Taz. Taz, you know where Rat's at?
Oh, hell no.
Eugene Sylvia said, longest road is Route 50. We did it. So, okay. So, Route 50. And I said, I've heard that a couple times, talking about the loneliest road. Is it because it's long and nothing there? It's like, and I like areas like that where it just goes on flat. You can just see for miles. And see, I don't like hills. And so you can just see everywhere. You know, that's just my kind of country. Mountains don't impress me, you know, but I love just flat lands. That's why I live in Florida. So it says, haha, yeah, she might fart back. Got to watch her. It's like, it's a good thing she's not Google smell.
Now say it again, see what she says this time.
Okay, Google, I farted.
I don't smell anything.
I don't smell anything. See, she has a little different answer most of the time, you know.
One time she says, I know.
Yeah, it's the fart game. Oh, text me. Yeah, Sue's got your text, doesn't she?
Yeah, I've got your phone number.
So we could text you on it. So yeah, we get ready when that comes up. We'll text you and say before we leave the house, hey, we're heading down your way. Rat, see where you're at. You know, when we get there, we'll say, where you at? Can't find you. We'll find you. It'd be fun camping there if they'd be quiet at night, but I can't do that. Noise at night and me don't work. Jeff says, hey, it's Google's word against Bob. That's right. Was it you or me? And it's like, it wasn't me. Some slight hills in Ocala. Yeah, there's a little bit around Ocala and over on Claremont, around the winery over there at the Lake Ridge Winery. There's a few hills in that area. There's that one area that we never went to that's got
Sugar Mountain?
Yeah, Sugar Mountain.
That's what
that
Ralph told us.
you can actually put your vehicle and it looks like you're rolling uphill, and it's an illusion, but that'd be fun to go over that way sometime. Yeah, some slight hills, haha. Seven says, what did she say if you asked her if she farted? Hey, Google, did you fart?
I don't smell anything.
She don't smell it. Same thing. I don't smell anything. Yeah, but did you fart? Oh, tell Google I'm your father. Hey Google, I'm your father.
I'm sorry, I'm not Luke.
Oh, you're
This
not?
is kind of awkward.
I know it's awkward.
Not Luke.
I'm not Luke.
That's funny.
That's good, Rob. Yeah, I'm not Luke. She has a, what's that thing called?
BB-8.
BB-8. I have a BB-8 3D printer around here. Oh, that says born to live on Sugar Mountain. There you go. Born to live on Sugar Mountain.
So have you ridden there, Rapid?
Yeah, my friend he, flew airplane. He rode, he don't anymore. He sold his bike, but he used to go over there, he said, and ride. He also turned me on to, what was it, steak tips and potatoes up at the Crazy Horse. And they're good. If you're ever out riding around, go to the Crazy Horse and get steak tips and potatoes. They're delicious, you know. He said that's what him and his buddy, they always went up there and got steak tips and potatoes during bike weeks. I've been making a few things in the air fryer. We did that review. I believe it was last Friday we did the review. I think it works good. Now I was totally down on air fryers because that first one we got's more like a toaster oven, but it's supposedly an air fryer. And Alexa says no, you can't be here, Luke. So anyways, this air fryer made mushroom caps the other day. Got some big portobello mushrooms, and I never made them before. And actually, there's cream cheese and panko breadcrumbs and a bunch of spices, and they were delicious. They were really, really good. Most everything I've cooked in it's been outstanding, you know. So I'm really liking this, and I was really down on my other one. So. Yeah, Neil Young,
So
Rust never sleeps. Rust never sleeps. Yeah, haha. Yeah, and back to air fryer. This one holds a lot. It's 6.8 quarts, and I guess most of them are smaller than that, which we can get a good bunch of stuff in it, you know.
We also had, we got salmon cakes from
Gaff's, the meat market.
Gaff's. Spent too much money.
Yeah. We got a good beer. Got a
We did.
cream and it was a
Cream and
coffee.
coffee,
It was a coffee
Cream
beer.
and sugar.
Cream and sugar they called it. It was a coffee beer. Really good. That was a really good beer. Yeah, Susie, I love Neil Young. Old Man, Harvest Moon, Heart of Gold. Rat says, Neil, laugh out loud. Eugene Sophie said, yeah, we are on Facebook under Sylvie's name. Are you on it too? Yeah, we have, at the link below, you'll see we have a Lucky Dog, it's a page or a group that you can go to. But then we also have our regular pages too. But if you go down below and look at the thing, even at the top, I'm not on the same screens there, but you can click on the thing on my main page and it'll take you right to our Facebook page. But mine's under like Bob Pierce is what my Facebook's under, but then I have a Lucky Dog group that comes off of that. I use like that friend Diz Traveler, he uses Instagram. And I got on it. I can do it better than, what's the other one? Twitter don't make sense to me. It's like, I just can't get into Twitter. Instagram I can a little bit, but I do everything on Facebook, you know. I tell Diz, I go, you need to get a Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I use Instagram. It's like, okay. So that's about the only reason I go in there. Mainly Diz, well, and Robert, Traveling Robert's on there. I just do Facebook's easier. Everybody has different ones. Yes, Sylvie Jean, I'm Susan Earhart. Sent a friend. You sent her a friend request?
I told her to send me one.
I'll send a friend request. So, okay. Sue's better at looking that stuff up than I am. I go and do techie stuff. Yeah, that's my social media of choice would be Facebook and of course YouTube. And we're looking for, like I said, we put that Roku in the TV in the motorhome in our road truck, and looking for it because now I can watch Facebook in the motorhome, long as we have some sort of a Wi-Fi connection. you can watch that. So that'll be cool. And I don't think that reviews came out yet. Maybe that comes out this Friday. I have to look. But it's works all on 12 volts. So we have a 12 volt TV, and the Roku works on 12 volts. So I didn't have to have electricity. You can do it boondocking. Oh, so he said, we just joined the group on Lucky Dog. Cool. I just got a ping. That must have been you. I'll accept it when I get off here. Usually I have to accept that thing, but when I get off here, I'll hit the accept button. It's that says I have to drive my camper with golf cart to the campground and get my kids to drive me back to get my truck and trailer. Then I have to drive back to the. There's a lot of driving back and forth. How many miles is it down there to the campgrounds from you, Ron? Yeah, you know, it's a little bit, you know, but yeah, it's a lot of back and forth, and that's why I wish we can take the road trek, like we're out camping somewhere, we can pull it up and go anywhere, because you can park at just about any regular parking spot. The only thing is, it's like, sometimes like, well, you know, you set up cam and you pull your awning out, get everything ready, well, you want to go do something, then you got to tear that all apart and then do it and then come back and set it up again. It'd be nice to have another way to travel. I think a little motorcycle would be the best, but you'd have to get a small one. Oh, it's 75 miles, so yeah, it's a lot of traveling back and forth. That is. I remember once when I was still working, we were here up St. Augustine working on a boat, and we broke a tool, and the place in Daytona had the part, and we pulled a 40-foot trailer. Well, the guy I worked with, he's kind of crazy. We went down 90 mile an hour, and this trailer was, well, I mean, I thought I was dying that day. We got our tool, and he wanted to get back 90 mile an hour back up that way and finish the job. I don't even remember what tool it was, but we were working on a boat up there. We got the job finished on it, but I thought I was going to die that day. 90 mile an hour down 95, passing everybody in sight with a 40-foot trailer behind your truck. It's like, that was crazy. That was crazy. I didn't get paid that much. You know, it wasn't really worth that. So that was crazy. Okay, guys, we've come up here on about an hour, so I think we're going to get ready to get out of here. We'll be back again. What is today? Thursday. We'll be back again on Monday. The weekend's up. So everybody enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Have a fun weekend. So we'll get out there. Yeah, my brother usually drives my truck with the trailer, but oh, it can't. Has to work. No, that's bad. He said, yeah, got your friend request, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm going to check mine here in just a minute. So, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll see everybody back again, like I said, on Monday. Have a good weekend. So we'll see you then. I appreciate everybody coming by. Without you guys, we wouldn't even be here. So we'll see you guys again Monday. If you'd like to support our channel, we have links down below that you can click on. We're an Amazon affiliate. We have stickers available. We have a t-shirt store where you can buy t-shirts and coffee chat mugs. Or if you just want to support us, you can support us through the PayPal link. So we appreciate all your help. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.